in the studio, so maybe they were trying to get rid of him. Maybe, get rid of Jack Hammer, and Jack Hammer came back at him. I don't know. We'll see. Rights and Companies Law Office. Oh, that was a close one, huh, Maya? Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Huh? Maya? So what happened? Well, I think I've gotten a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof. Wow. Get going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So under that system, trials have to end in 3 days. Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've got no time to waste. The director's alibi. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because this real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where the trailer is. What? Was Maya always that excitable? Yes, probably, but I didn't have a high-pitched what? Do you got any ideas, Maya? Anything useful? Let's talk about the Steel Samurai. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah. But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out. Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? I can't see what's going on when Maya's here. So no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should go talk to WP? Will WP Powers, right? Okay, so she's suggesting that we talk to Will Powers, and he's in the detention center, so let's start there. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed them in there. And could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, WP, all 1 day left. Let's make it count. Yes. We need to make, though there's not really anything I can do to help. He was sleeping the entire afternoon, right? Ha 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 ha. I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. All right, talk to him. Okay, Director Manella. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manella? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director, but something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name of Salmonella. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high, and all that. I can imagine being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. He is large. It has to be someone who could fit inside the suit, right? It also has to be someone who could take the suit off the guy, Jack Hammer, and put the other suit on him, or realize maybe that they killed the wrong guy. I don't know. So Mr. Hammer, I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh, yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in the business, but he's just stopped taking on big roles. And that's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. 5 years ago? Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studio was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow. Oh man, tell us about the rumors, shithead. We're trying to save your life. Okay, back. Okay, he's not going to tell us. We have no evidence to support rumors, I think. We'll present him with things and see if he's got... Have you seen this, Mr. Powers? Well, what's that? I've never seen these steel samurais in my life. These are the steel samurais that appear at the live shows. A fanboy collected all these pictures himself. Seeing things like this really makes me think. I mean so much to these kids, you know? Digital camera, I doubt it's gonna do anything. Okay, yeah, when he doesn't know, he says, excuse me, and he doesn't know anything. Is there any new evidence, really? He said, excuse me to this. Did it not look like, well, that was my mistake and I almost blew that part, but okay, let's go back. All right, for now, we're gonna hold off questioning him and go to the studio. Maybe we get old bags again. Yep. October 19th, Global Studios main gate. The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Don't call your client a shithead. It's not professional. Good point. Did I call him a shithead to his face? Good point. Okay, yeah, so this place is kind of peaceful when she's not going off the rails on a crazy train. She's still not saying anything. Nick? I think her guard's down. It's like basically. But he's hiding something from me. He's totally trying to hide something that could save his life. So that's why I thought he's a shithead. If I had been his lawyer, I would have thought it. I would have never said it, but I certainly would have thought it. Yeah. Because if there's anything lawyers hate, is when you hide important facts from them. Yeah. But they'll hide it from the court if they think that it's something they can hide. I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station. Yeah, I'm here in the game, I am his lawyer. And so if he's hiding from me, something that could get us more potential contradictory statements or clear up the mud in my ears right now. Old bag is still not saying anything. You eat, you die. Oh, phew, she's alive. Okay, we need to talk to you about Director Manella. Can I ask you a question about Salmonella, the director? Sal? He's a soft, a pushover, does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No, it doesn't, Maya. Mr. Hammer. About Mr. Hammer. I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer. You drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it. Call him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this. Uh-oh, she's really pissed this time. You listen to me, you whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Power's costume so he could sneak by me? That's why. He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. She's always gets her way. So she always gets her way. She seems a bit bitter. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. All right, she doesn't want to. All right, let's go back. Let's show her some things. Let's show her this. That ought to get her going. Miss Oldbag, what do you think of this? Think? I'm not in the mood for thinking thank you very much. Camera. Okay, so her answer is going to be the same. Yeah, we're going to get to him. We're going to get to him, all right, because I have a feeling he's doing the dirty work of someone else. Miss Oldbag, what? Get that filth out of my sight! And you're claiming that's poor old Hammer in there. And I thought you were such an innocent youth. Bah! Yourself. Miss Oldbag, what do you think of this? All right, if she says she's not in the mood for thinking, then honestly, there's not a shitload that we can do there. Right, she doesn't care about that. So, I think I showed the sphere, didn't I? Sphere. Okay, so we've gotten the reaction. Would you like to see my attorney badge?
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government.
Yeah, Mike and his purges. We're going to go question the tongue guy. First, we got to figure out where he is. So I think we're going to start with the... You listen. We're going to start with Studio 1. Thank you, Mike. And October 19th, Studio 1. The interesting thing is the murder happened on the 13th. It's only been like 6 days. Think back to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the steel samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2. Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer. That is such a great thing to wonder, right? I wonder if we can, why can't we...
Sings note, sings my kind made a millionaire out of Mr. Free Toy. Made a fat motherfucker out of me. Sings note.
Singing the notes with right along there with you, Mike. Hey, why can't we go in Jack Hammer's dressing room? Does he have a phone there? they thinking about what happened. They did that action fight. Will Powers hurt his foot. They ate lunch together and he drugged Will Powers. Did he get a phone call sometime? Maybe I'm barking up the wrong bush, but it's enough for me to question it to myself. So let's, because something, right? Something got him to leave. I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see him filming just one time. Who in the hell would be filming? One guy's dead, the other's in jail. Who's filming? The trial will be over and done tomorrow. You can come see them film later. I guess. This is where you found the bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there's any other clues lying around. Ah, arg! No, no, no touching. Eek. Oh. Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean. I almost had a heart attack. I guess I can be a little dramatique at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatique indeed. Ahem. Anyway, I'm here to examine that plate on the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for the sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. Talk. So you're looking for traces of the sleeping pill? How? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capability to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to these sleeping pills, see? If there are traces, it'll change color. Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything in due time, pal. Yeah. Well, the testing solution on the plate. Change color, all right. So the food on this plate had been laced with the sleeping pills. Looks like it. So we have the steak plate is added to the court record found in the sleep employee area. On it are traces of sleeping pills and a large bone. We gave the dog a bone. Okay, so now, Prosecutor Edgeworth. How's Edgeworth doing anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed this paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal. Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Yes, crushing paper cups. Bottles. Say, whatever happened with the empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle. So that means... Yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. Sleeping pill bottle added to the court record, found on the table in the employee's area, bears Jack Hammer's fingerprints. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers. And some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. Okay, so... You want to see my attorney badge? I'm guessing I know about as much as you do, pal. Nothing. What about the samurai book? I'm guessing, okay, so when it's nothing, when it means nothing, oh, hold on. Let's go back. Okay, knows nothing about that. Knows nothing about the photo. He knows nothing about the spear. He knows nothing about he knows nothing. He really knows nothing. Detective, about that bottle. Oh, that? Talk about embarrassing, pal. I can't believe I missed it on my first sweep for evidence. Don't know how I can apologize to Mr. Edgeworth. It must be tough being a detective with all that responsibility. Oh. Okay, so, yeah, and then this right here. It's looking like Will Powers was drugged. I'm going to go back to the precinct to do more detailed tests. You're being very free with your information today, Detective. Well, don't go telling anyone this, pal. But I was kind of impressed at today's trial, too. Most lawyers would have given up after the director's testimony. I think if it had been anyone but you up there, Powers would be done for by now. Okay, so time to move and slide. Well, examine. So I was trying to figure out, no clues there. The remains of the employee lunch are scattered around. Everyone's probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone in one of the plates minus the steak. That one we had already gotten. Cola, candy, chips, and gum. It's so normal. A window into the dressing room. But where is... I say this many times. Where is... There's a sign on the dressing room door. Will Powers. It must be neat to be the star and have your own room like this. The storage room, that's where they keep all the film equipment. And also the fact that we can never go to the storage room. Okay, let's slide. There's the green residue. All of this stuff remained the same. Nothing really changed. All right, let's go into the door and see if Mr. Salmonella is in there. Why you being Will? Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But WP's innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But this week is the last episode of the Steel Samurai. What? No! Wow, that's a new development. What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No! Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids' shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. Why aren't they going to make kids' shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who loved Steel Samurai? It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something. Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. And this is... A fan collected all these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be canceled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay, but what can I do? Well, for starters, you could tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes. On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh. I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume, too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true then. The rumor? Yeah. Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him and he'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt. You know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using a new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during the filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too. The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set then? Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently, 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer. And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to do. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know, Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know, Who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know? Thanks. Thanks. We'll try asking her. If she'll talk. Well, that's the thing, right? Is she gonna talk to us? But the only way to know is to move out and find out for sure. She's got a gripe. She loves Hammer. Maybe she'll talk. What? You're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer! It's all due to Hammer. She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Who told? Who'd you hear that from? Nichols. Nick. Penny Nichols. That assistant. Nichols, Penny, Nick, Penny Nichols, that assistant we talked to. Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during the filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Whippersnappers! Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that, and the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun. Exactly.
The plot, like my gravy, thickens.
No doubt about that, right? I suppose you think this is fun. No, I'm just doing my job, trying to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Mr. Hammer stole Powers' costume? You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole the costume. Baby, I got the proof. I'm sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have the proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole. Boom, bada bing, bada bam. Here's my proof. What? That's a little empty bottle. What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove? It's a bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. What? What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Where's your proof that he used the pills on Powers? Boom! Take that! Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yeah, so... This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. Uh-oh. Take that! Okay, she's gonna have a conniption shit fit. I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Miss Oldbag. Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in. Miss Oldbag. You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She had ties to the mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone. Miss Oldbag. Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag. Here, take this. A photograph? Wait a second. This is the picture? Is this the trailer in Studio 2? Hammer is supposed to fight the bad guy on top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell into the flower box fence. Oh my goodness. Oh dear. But how did you get this? It was a long time ago, and I don't feel much like about talking about it. The bent spike, yeah. I understand. 5 years ago, photo added to the court record showing an accident involving Jack Hammer. Okay. Yeah, so... I mean, we already kind of knew that Vasquez is probably... very a force to be reckoned with, as I'm thinking. So let's look outside Studio 2. Oh, there she is, right there. I ain't gonna get a chance to look at the spike yet.